this. And let's see if we get the live stream notice. Yeah, there we go. And I think I have it set to automatically go live when I hit that live button. So yeah, we love that. Now let's see about retake. Shout out to retake as a platform. I can close this tab. I can probably close this one for now. Hopefully my ground control is bringing everything in as it should. Hopefully I'm getting the return audio where it needs to as well. I'm not sure if I am. Oh, nope. Audio is over there for some reason. Boom. There we go. All right. Now let's check in on... Hey, Browns boy. Peace and blessings. Hope all has been well. How's everything been? It's been a little while. I'm checking back in for the live stream. You know? Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm just popping in some details here for this other streaming platform that I will be pushing this one out to. Crazy profile pic. I'm going to do that one again. There we go. Just something for the post that I got to make about it, for the thumbnail, whatever you call it. But yeah, what's new? Peace and blessings. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know what you got on your mind lately. I will likely be... What up? Peace and blessings. We the sauce. It's good to see you. W. Dale. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out who they is. Multiple platforms. I'm like on YouTube, Kick, Twitch, and another platform called Retake right now, which I'm setting up to push the stream button. Here we go. Start stream with software. Hopefully it's kind to me today, because yesterday it was it didn't like the fact that I was trying to stream through OBS, but I'm doing it again just to see if it'll be kind to me today. So we will see. Hopefully it is. I mean, I'm not making it any easier by trying to stream across so many different platforms at the same time, but you know, that's all good. There we go. Okay, cool. So I should have everything in place. What up, y'all? Good morning. Good morning. Peace and blessings. Good afternoon. Hope all is well. I'm likely going to have to pin these tabs next to each other so I can make sure I can see all of you all's comments collectively together. Let's see. Hopefully my Kick, my YouTube, and all of that is coming through this ground control. Doesn't really seem to be the case. Eagle Rider, what up? Yeah, I ignored you only because I didn't realize you had sent the message already. I got way too many tabs open right now. But yeah, hope y'all are doing well. Just checking in for the one time. Yeah, yesterday I was streaming live on Retake, which is Web3 based. So if you're involved in the Web3 space, shout out to my fellow Farcasters. Shout out to everyone working in the Web3 space and exploring decentralized social media. But yeah, I've been doing a couple more check-ins on that side of things more than everywhere else. I'm not going to lie to you. But I'm doing my due diligence to get back around with everyone, and also making sure that the Wildenfree content is accessible across platform, you know? Sometimes it's not easy because, it's just so many different moving parts all at once, but we can't be too mad at it. Yeah, actually, info weed group of actors/informants tied to counter. Oh, let me see if I can actually get there we go. Chat thread up on on the screen there. Yeah. So run live panels, and I'm trying to bust up their LARPs to stick it to whatever program they're a part of. Interesting. Um, I mean, that's a whole scenario there. Counterintelligence. Didn't know you were that deep in the weeds. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. You learn something new every day. I hope you're holding it down, and yeah, just stay safe, whatever you're up to. Yeah, but hope y'all are doing well. We're just checking in for the one time. Feel free to ask me any questions and chime in with you know whatever your thoughts are. Um, yeah, so just the updates. Upcoming single still on its way. I mean, it is available for those of you all who are on Farcaster. Yeah, definitely check out Seams of Dreams, which is available on Tortoise. Another thing that's really fascinating is uh, Paragraph just recently announced some rather cool updates, in my opinion. They are actually making it possible to remix articles, which is really cool. Um, which makes it more of a continuation of a conversation rather than it just being you know, a siloed conversation between an author and the audience. Um, so yeah, I think that that's really fascinating. I'm considering ways to leverage that as a music artist. But if you didn't know, I actually have some content up on Paragraph already. And so, as you might be seeing here, I've got some articles that you can go and check out. A World of Wildenfree. And there's actually this lyrical breakdown for Seams of Dreams, Endless Seams of Dreams. But it's actually only the first half of the song. And so I'm actually looking forward to writing up the second article to follow along with this, which just gives the lyrical breakdown of what I was expressing in that particular song because it meant that much to me. I truly do love this track, and I will be performing it again today. But I just wanted to kind of give that call out so you all know this article exists. Um, Definitely worth checking out. I got some other write ups. It's been a while since I've been publishing to Paragraph, but that recent announcement makes me want to chime in a little bit more than usual as of lately, particularly because that aspect of um, remixing an article, it does turn this thing into a dialogue, like to really be able to weigh in and to thread together the the citations and the conversations that are unfolding within this space. I think that it'll be really fascinating to leverage that approach, and it becomes a win-win-win scenario in a way where um, you know authors who are participating in other um, spaces can. Thank you, Browns Boy. I appreciate that. Doing my due diligence. I gotta chime back into the chat threads on this side just so I can make sure I'm not missing anything. Beishi, what up? Peace and blessings. But yeah, really fascinated about potentially exploring a little bit more on that paragraph side. But I'm not, taking to it a little bit too much right now because I know that right now my top priorities are my preparations for the upcoming Make with Notion conference. And so, for those that do not know, I am a speaker at the upcoming conference, which I'm really excited about. And so, yeah, I'm preparing my speech, my presentation for this conference, the Make with Notion conference that will be happening in San Francisco. So, for those of you all who are fans of Notion and I will be there at the conference. Come say, hey, reach out, say peace and blessings, whatever the case is. And yeah, chime in with a bunch of other cool speakers who have a lot of other cool things going on. So here's the full speaker list. And there goes me. So yeah, that'll be fun. But yeah, that's where a big part of my focus is at this particular time. Um, yeah, what up? What up? Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, for those on I got some folks over on Kick, peace and blessings. I got some folks over on, what is this, YouTube, peace and blessings. I appreciate you for being here. And I got some folks over on Retake. And I'm hoping that everything is streaming well today. You know, I was having a couple of challenges yesterday during the live stream, but I'm hoping that those are all but resolved at this point. So we'll see. I don't know. Looks like I'm okay. So yeah, that's good enough for now. Anyway, yeah, down to grab some lyrical reps per usual. So I'm just gonna get back to the music as I tend to do so well on these live streams, where I'm just giving myself the space to flow and remember these verses that I wrote, because sometimes it's hard. You know, like I've written many songs throughout the years, and I have many more that I want to write. But you know, you got to practice them. You got to get that commitment to memory going. So it would be nice if I had a couple more of these instrumentals on hand. That way I can go through some of my older catalog with you all, or have some performance versions. That would be really cool, right? Who's been listening to some of my music on the major streaming services? You probably checked out like my previous projects, like The Wild. You know, I got some tracks from there that's always fun. Sometimes a little challenging, but mostly fun. But yeah, I'm gonna start with Endless Seams, or Seams of Dreams, as I tend to do, and just see how long I can go with that one, because it's all about you know, uh breath control and all of that kind of thing. Freestyle about Farcaster. Oh man. That's a good one. I don't know what the freestyle about in regard. Matter of fact, let me see if I can I wonder if I created a profile on Suno. That would just be like an easy way to get like a quick hip hop boom bap kind of beat. I'm making a free version real quick just to see what that sounds like. Oh, of course they're gonna make me log in. Okay. Boom. Let's see. Has anybody used Suno? This is my first time like really, really using it. I set up an account a little while ago and never really messed around with it, particularly because I like to make my own beats and stuff. But also I like to work with other producers as well. Yeah, the whole AI as a part of the creation process is one that I'm not going to leverage too much of. But in these kind of like lyrical exercise type spaces, I think that it could be helpful. Let's see. I got this code. Okay, 546-241. I think it was 546-241. Nope, I got it wrong. Tried to look too fast. 421. And also Suno has remixing, so that's nice. No, you allow remixes by default, but you can change this at any time. Yeah, who am I to control what people can or cannot remix when I'm AI generating some stuff, you know? All right. Create something. Let's see if I can get a quick beat to freestyle to. Oh, actually, yeah, I was playing around with this before. My previous work with this, I should have been on I guess I got to be on a pro version to use these better models. But whatever, let's just see what it comes up with. Okay. I didn't think it was going to add lyrics. As I explore on the chain. Nope. They got lyrics too. Why you got lyrics? I didn't ask you to have lyrics. I don't know how to make this thing not have lyrics. Well, I'll play around with Suno another day. It was worth a shot. Tired of streaming to zero. Okay, yeah, thanks there, guy. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to my my own flows for now. I'll play around with Suno or come up with a couple of instrumentals that I can have on hand for some freestyles. That'll be fun for another stream. Anyway, Endless Seams. For those that don't know, it's available right now on Tortoise. It is coming to all major streaming services September 9th. Be on the lookout. It's gonna be a blast. It's a great song. If I do say so myself, I love it. If you love it, share it with your friends. And yeah, let's get to it. Took me all this time to make my mind up. Still ain't made my mind in its completion. It's an endless seam of dreams and patternings of different rings and chapters. I skipped with season passes, seen the masters. Still searching for what I should master. I dipped and dabbled, smoked the dab and licked the tab. Got rid of that to walk a different path. I never said I was infallible. I stepped the lateral, then climbed the ladder up. The ladder which had switched the scenes to what I bring to thee in lucid verses. A universe of multitudes contained within it. All my lyrics be the language model. A train of thought that trains the bots to be prolific. If they ever come across it in this algorithmic distance. Shouting to the void for quantum leap assistance. Trying to sell myself to save my soul. It ain't no difference. Thank you for the listen. I'm just here to wish you well. Then share with you my thoughts. Here's what I got, and honestly, it took me all this time to make my mind up. Still ain't made my mind in its completion. It's an endless seam of dreams and patternings of different reams and chapters. I skipped with season passes, seen the masters. Still searching for what I should. Wait, seen the masters? Skip with season passes, reams and chapters? It's an endless seam of dreams. My mind ain't made to be complete. And honestly, I wish you well. Cause you're listening to me. And I ain't trying to sell my soul. Just enjoy the quantum leap across this algorithmic distance. Prolific, the train of thought of language models within it. Lucid while I'm up in it. The multitudes of universes switch the scenes in tune to me like I remain. Shouting to the void on a different path. Somewhere where time is on a different tab. Simple math. It is me that I shall master, crafting all these verses, chiseling my soul to shape myself on an endless seam of dreams turned into purpose, infinite recursive, shape-shifting the surface of irrelevance, a kingdom of intelligence, pixelated melanin modeling excellence, that hex code just to stylize my avatar ain't blue in eyes, though they cute despite all differences. Anyway, off the irrelevance, still folding pros like AlphaFold, house and home, I'm still here like the couch is foam, in this bit like I found the loan, I'm a mortgage, I mean memorialized. Cut the stone, dug the foundation, I'm fortified. Lord, am I in a simulation of good graces you're shaping? Mathematical equations, thick dyes and relations, tectonics and tasting, fruits of patience I've been cultivating. Swear I took a minute, and the levels I've matured to veer from sinning. Shouting to the globe that my art and presence surely worth persisting when I just need to tell myself to listen. Well, listen, y'all. That's why this song means so much to me, right? Like, when I just need to tell myself to listen. Y'all know it's been a little while since I've live streamed. I mean, I streamed yesterday, but since before then, it was a couple of months and just life happening and world getting in front of me as it pertains to really wanting to lock in with this music thing, and it really is a leap of faith. And I'm still working on that, I think that what I've realized is like, you know, they say sometimes fear emerges out of concern for success, right? Like the fear of success in a way. And it's like not to think that I'm afraid of success per se. Perhaps that's a part of it. But, I also think that I'm just so convinced about getting it right on my own terms and in my own way, right? But also doing my due diligence to not stand in my own way in the process of that, right? And I do think there was a really good video I watched recently where it was like identifying the difference. Like within you, there is like two separate individuals, the strategist and the performer. And the performer needs just as much exercise and discipline as the strategist does, right? Oftentimes, especially for those like myself that are overthinkers and really lean into their IQ, their sense of reason as a way to maneuver in the world. Oftentimes, we're overthinking things or we are strategizing to the point of thinking we can achieve perfectionism, but it doesn't really ever exist in that way, and beyond that, if it did, that perfectionism would lie on the other side of experience, right? It would lie on the other side of the actual doingness, the commitment to the action itself. And so that's why I felt it was really important for me to just get back into the flow of doing these live streams, showing up in this way, because it's like, all right, the diligence there is the practice, just to show up, to continue to share my verses, to continue to share these flows, and uh, really give myself the performance opportunity and the performance experience, to exercise that for those who want to show up for this experience overall, and it's going to take time, and I'm not mad at it. And I don't know how long it'll take. It could be faster than I could ever possibly imagine. But at the same time, you know, I'm I'm grateful to just be present with myself and acknowledge like where I need that work and showing up for myself in this way. I remember when I was doing the streaming every day challenge in February, which is where I was not just streaming every day, but creating a brand new song every single day. It was challenging, but more than anything, I felt like it was rewarding. Yeah. With the sauce, you had looked into it but never tried it out. Was that Sorry, I'm not seeing when that message originally came in, but was that referring to remind me of what that was referring to? But yeah, no, I genuinely think that showing up in this way is a meaningful part of the process for me as an independent music artist, and you all support just means a lot, So I'm grateful for the few of you who are live this early with me, right? And when I say early, I just mean like in the journey, right? Whatever time it is for you in the world, right? GM, GN, whatever time it is. Good afternoon. It is 5:35 p.m. here on the East Coast in Atlanta. And yeah, just shared a verse from my upcoming single, Seams of Dreams, and I'm really excited about that one. There is a version of this song, All I Got, that I also want to perform again. I performed a little bit of it yesterday, but they didn't get any of this over on the other platforms. So I'm going to give it to y'all today because this is another one of those verses that I really want to commit to memory, and, the energy of it is impactful to me. Let's see. Yeah. This here is all I got. My energy is poured from this vessel's last drop. I'm striving to replenish what I emptied, what I fought for. This ain't hardcore, but it's heart sores, hoping that you hear me. Say dilly to the recently departed. I bring honor to your glory and speak grace upon your families. I'm praying that they all reach some understanding, yet balance maintains that we differ in our standings. Agree to disagree in history of miseries, ain't even mysteries. Publicity is needed for true victories, like liberty from tyranny and self-degradation. This is preservation of my calibration. To be alive in this life, I'm alive. Might as well go ahead and shine for my neighbors. Purpose, no favors. Might tokenize to realize my true value on this plane. And if they don't say my name, no worries, wasn't the aim. That last part is crazy, right? Might tokenize to realize my true value on this plane. And if they don't say my name, no worries, wasn't the aim. That verse was written in 2021, and in 2025 I'm realizing this. It is manifesting as we speak. So for those that don't know, Farcaster is a decentralized social media protocol. And right now I am live streaming not just to Kick, not just to Twitch, not just to YouTube, but also retake.tv. And this is on this platform. It's a mini app as well as its own streaming platform. And there are creator coins. I have a creator coin myself. And if you are participating in that ecosystem, you have an opportunity to invest in this part of the journey with me, And so if you're on Farcaster, if you're streaming through Retake, definitely, look into that option to buy the token or, do whatever you do with it. I understand it's like a trader's economy nowadays. And so whatever you want to do with the asset, just know that I'm consistently working towards bringing more value to those who are participating within this unique ecosystem, right? So this is a brand new kind of experience. We're still trying, I, as in we, right? But I'm still doing my due diligence to think about all of the ways I can leverage this technology to not just show up more, but also to create a bit more of an experience for you all in participating within this, So yeah, let's go over some other joints that I might have. Do a little roulette through my instrumentals. Silence is gold. Do I even remember that one? La da 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 da. Yeah, no, that one's pretty crazy. I should actually add that to an instrumental folder for sure. Still flowing instrumentals. No, that's yeah. No, that's Stay Flowing actually. What year was that? That is, yep, I already got those in here. Silence is gold.
Mr. Wildenfree, Stay Flowing, February 20th.
La da 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 da. This here ain't no interlude, but an intermission. Let me see.
Mr. Wildenfree, Stay
No,
Flowing,
that's
February.
also the same version. Okay, so I'll go back to that one. And I'll run the instrumental from here, although it's going to hurt my ears. I don't know if it's going to hurt y'all's. Yeah. Well. La da 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 da, la da da da, la da 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 da, da da da. This here ain't no interlude, but an intermission. Conquering fears and listening. Steady your soul, silence is gold. Wild and free, close to the second. When I'm in zone, speaking lesson. I've been in lows that I've flown out. I'm strong now, I'm picking up. Quick at a pace when I'm graced in place. Breathe, still staying in the now. Da 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 da, da da da. Da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da da da, la da 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 da, da da da. Yeah, that's another one from the archives. That's 2022. I'm gonna leave that on because I'm gonna keep going with this flow. Let's see. What else I want to play with that one? Oh, yeah. I'm gonna give y'all Double Up again. I gave y'all that one yesterday. I gotta remember this Chronicles of Ridiculous. Will fiddle me, listen to the lascivious, oblivious. He said with a blank face and pace. I pace in place. The befuddlement you fail to try to embrace. I laugh. Don't need roomy to ruminate. I'm grooving without a rain. I'm playing. That was a crazy verse. I don't know what compelled me to write that. Which one was this one? I ain't do too much with this one. It was let me see. All hands on deck. That one was alright. Flux. I can give 2 flux. It's that Gemini duality in flux. That was a fun one. Ooh wee! I done got to the herbal tea. I did have a part 2 to this that I wanted to release. But I don't know when I'm going to release it. We'll see. Yeah. Mr. Wildenfree. Well, if I'm really gonna make it, I can't lie. If I'm really gonna try, then I'll show fly. Reaching out to do where all the pain subsides and danger shies away from mine. Nah, you can't dodge them all. You can brace for the fall. Crutch, clutch, if you crawl, stand tall. Even if you're under 6 feet, you ain't 6 feet under. Yeah, that sips deep. I can't speak for the beauty out of my reach, but this life I see from mine naturally. She fine, graceful, so divine, failing forward fast, forever gonna last. Got some lessons learned, some to unlearn. Got a passion for reactions meant to discern deeper levels of communication, tired of saying the same old surface level in every conversation. We can make that big talk and dive in contemplation, backstroking through epiphanies. I like clarity, sipping herbal tea, steep slow and let the melody breathe. Well, yeah. So that was I'm gonna turn the reverb off on that one. This was a freestyle from February Flows, the first February Flows, 2019 actually. It was a good vibe. I enjoyed that one. And I have a part 2 where I drop a second verse on this one. but I think I'm going to save that for an upcoming project. So if you liked the tune, if you liked what you was just hearing, definitely let me know, because that one will be in the works. And I'm excited about that one. This beat was fun to make too. It's all over the place, a little off kilter, but still fun and feel good. You know, I think that was the energy I gave it. Smooth trap-tastic. Oh yeah, I should do Provider Rider. Nah, maybe not. Provider, myself first and foremost. Oh yeah, Witness maybe. I enjoyed Witness. Well, pass me the microphone next there, Uncle Snoop. I had to get up, out recluse. I'm still true to being me, regardless if you see the proof. That's not the mastered one. There we go. There we go. And now I'm gonna have to turn it down for y'all. Yeah. Pass me that microphone next there, Uncle Snoop. I had to get up, out recluse. I'm still true to being me, regardless if you seek the proof. I'm a nuisance of a nonchalant new phenomenal. I'm a truly insightful, maniacal writer, provider of myself first and foremost. Gotta get up in formal adornments of public achievement. The seasons of seed in my personal time. My isolated mind, I get spring, brings the lime. I get up for more than me. I got family to feed and people dependent on me to believe. No deplorable scenes of me incapable of anything, cause life is what I'm cherishing. The battle wages on, yet it turns in the tides. The better in my good favor, see you later, hater. But never, my blockers is on, my frequency strong. I'm getting along, you just really gotta be grown. Thinking you can figure me like I'm wrong. Well, yeah. That beat's crazy. Pardon if I kind of hurt y'all eardrums with that one when it came in, because I forgot how loud that one was for real. Let's see. What was this one? Got some high expectations, got some high lows. Do I remember all of this one? I don't even know if I do. Got some high expectations, got some high lows. I've been coasting through temptations with my eyes closed. I've been drifting through the spin, that's a damn win. But in this world whirlwind, I've been playing, but I see it's a game. There's depths of insight. I don't remember this one. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to go back and look for this one. Again, this is 2019, track 2. So, I mean, it is on streaming services for now. So go check that one out if you want to. That's that the original February flows. Flooring 20s, I might remember. Maybe. I enjoyed this one a lot. Maybe. Outside of desire. Say the victimhood. I've wired. Oh yeah, okay, let me see. Yeah. What's on the other side of desire? I transpire out a state of victimhood. I've rewired, no retiring from the finer things. Designer dreams, not talking about a label on clothes. I speak a process, not yet, not ever shall I give up, cause I got next. Conflict, internally to the conquest. Besting of the beast inside of me, I better breed. I believe in the beauty reaped from sown seeds of the grim reaper. Live seeker though, I peep the flow and peep the flow. It ebbs and goes, cyclical, sycamore, simply goes. In dandelion roots, nature is truth as manifest. Here I stretch, arms wide, hips open, how I'm stroking the pen. Metaphorically, cause tapping screens is what I've seen. In abstraction subtracts, that's what the future brings. So in the flooring 20s, brain matter meets the circuit boards. Neuralink me, I'll never bore, Will. That's one I should definitely know. I'm gonna hit that one again. I gotta memorize this one for real. Yeah, what's on the other side of desire? I transpire out the state of victimhood. I've rewired, no retiring from the finer things. Designer dreams, not talking about a label on clothes. I speak of process, Not yet, not ever shall I give up, cause I got next. Conflict, internally cathartic to the conquest. Besting of the beast inside of me, I better breed. I believe in the beauty reaped from sown seeds of the grim reapers. Life seeker though, I glean the glow and peep the flow. It ebbs and goes, cyclical, simply grows, sycamores and dandelion roots. Nature is truth as manifest. Here I stretch, arms wide, hips open, how I'm stroking the pen. Metaphorically, cause tapping screens is what I've seen. And abstraction subtracts, that's what the future brings. So when the floor in 20s, brain matter meets the circuit boards. Neuralink me, I'll never bore, Will. Yeah. Nah, that's one of them ones for real. That's one of them ones. I gotta run it one more time. At least 3. Yeah. Well, what's on the other side of desire? I transpire out the state of victimhood. I've rewired, no retiring from the finer things. Designer dreams, not talking about a label on clothes. I speak a process, not yet, not ever shall I give up, cause I got next. Conflict, eternally cathartic to the conquest. Besting of the beast inside of me, I better breed. I believe in the beauty reaped from sown seeds of the grim reapers. Life seeker though, I glean the glow and peep the flow. It ebbs and goes, cyclical, simply grows, sycamores and dandelion roots. Nature is truth as manifest. Here I stretch, arms wide, hips open, how I'm stroking the pen. Metaphorically, cause tapping screens is what I've seen. And abstracts and subtracts, that's what the future brings. So in the floor in 20s, brain matter meets the circuit boards. Neuralink me, I'll never bore, Will. Come on now. That track. And I say, brain matter meets the circuit boards. Neuralink me, I'll never bore, Well. It's called Flooring 20s, and it's, similar to the Roaring 20s, the 1920s era. I determined that these 20s are the Flooring 20s, right? Because the breakneck pace of innovation and all of the things that are happening, robotics, engineering, AI, blockchain, Web3, I am floored. I am flabbergasted. It's so much, right? And so just that idea of there being so much to reconcile with, but also welcoming it in a way. It's one of those things that I was exploring in that particular song, like super fascinating concept-wise. It's a short one, it's another one from the February Flows series. So just for context, so you all know why those songs are as short as they are. I mean, yeah, it's one in part because I'm just creating a single song every single day for the month of February. That's the premise, or why those songs are the length that they are. But originally it was also because back when it started, Instagram did have a limitation on video content to where it could only be about a minute long. And so that's where that constraint came in, right? I looked at the literal limitations of what I could do with content at the time, and then I worked with it as a creative constraint rather than a complete limitation, making me feel as though, it's not even worth doing. No, it's just like, I'll just make a song that's a minute long. And so, yeah, that's where those come in. Let's see what else I want to perform for y'all real quick, just to get some. I really need to get a good understanding of what in my catalog I feel like is like going to really resonate with folks. I mean, I think that's just something that comes with time, right? You all will have to tell me that eventually, like what songs within the music that I've released thus far really stands out to you. Endure and Reclaim is one for sure. Let me see if I remember that one. Yeah. Well, I ended 2020 flows on the flow. Woke this morning on the same damn flow. Gratitude, yeah, I favor it the most. I couldn't complain, family still alive. Overcoming, the world ain't the same. Just a part of the game of life, endure and reclaim. Lost another level, well, I'm releasing the pain. Glad I'm still keeping my sane. I think I'm doing it well enough. It's more than a game of luck. Decide you can live it up, and lo and behold, watch how the blessings start to unfold. Decipher and crack the code, and just cool it now. The world ain't the same. Endure and reclaim. And lo and behold, watch how the blessings start to unfold. Decipher and crack the code, and just cool it now. The world ain't the same. Endure and reclaim. Well, yeah. And so that's another one right there. Yeah. This instrumental is day one from, when was this? Still Flowing? Still Flowing. So 2021. And love this beat. I was really happy with what I was able to come up with when I produced this one. And I actually have, like, there's this video. I wouldn't call it like a lyric. It is a lyric video technically, but it was also more of an exploration of kind of like the early era of AI, like generative art from the AI space. And there was actually something a bit, sorry, this reverb. There was actually something a little bit cathartic about it, you know, in the sense of the randomness that AI would generate in those early eras. Like now it's like it's close to what we would expect or want to see from an AI. But before there was something enamoring or fascinating about its chaos and its randomness and its vague abstraction of prompt instruction and turning that into something, and maybe not even prompt instruction in the ways that we are thinking about today, you know. Some of the I believe the tool I was using at the time was called Art Breeder, and it was just a really fascinating tool that kind of combined it. You know, you had sliders where you could combine multiple elements and various you know, vectors to determine what the output was going to be. And so I used that tool and I overlaid it with some video footage of me rapping that verse, and then I had the lyrics as the caption on it as well. And the intention was to release it as an NFT because that was in that era where I was trying to determine, okay, well, what are the most practical ways to participate within this whole NFT ecosystem as a music artist, and what are the ways that I can kind of create pieces that become meaningful to this particular exploration. But you know, it is what it is. It's one of them things. Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, just keeping on with the keeping on, really. I'll probably do just a couple more songs here, and then I'm gonna just make my way. I will be back again soon, you know. Gonna bring it back into view that these live streams become a little bit more consistent of as far as like my daily habits and things that I'm checking in on. I do have some other things that I want to share, but Hannah, peace and blessings. Apologies. I have this whole thing called ground control where it should be sharing all of my chat log from Kick as well as Twitch as well as YouTube. But apparently it's not doing that too well. It's not actually showing me everything. Otherwise I would have saw your message a little bit earlier. So just want to acknowledge you if you're still there. Peace and blessings. I hope you're doing well. But yeah. Another thing about the whole, I was bringing up the topic of what was it? The whole remix thing with Paragraph. I think that's super fascinating, and I the reason why I think that it's inspiring for me is because it made me realize something about how I engage with the world and information. And a lot of the times when I feel very proud of myself or my thoughts or my contributions, it's always when I'm in dialogue. Uh, I realize that others serving as a catalyst, showing up in the ways that you all do, um, giving your perspective, asking your questions, helping me to focus in on, what is relevant in the current moment of our discussion. Those are the kinds of things that really help me to put some energy forward into the whole experience. Not to say that I can't put the energy forward without that, but yeah, no, I'm just yeah, super excited about um showing up in the ways that make it make sense, for the journey. Yeah. And yeah, I'm doing my due diligence to also make sure I'm showing up across channels as well, because that's also the challenge of navigating the yeah challenge is what it is. It's accessible. It's within my uh capabilities of doing so. So I'm not complaining about it at all. But not gonna lie to you, sometimes I'll be forgetting about certain platforms. Like technically I could have also went live on X. I almost called it Twitter again, but X, and I've just kind of faded away from X as a platform for some reason, and I'm not exactly sure why. Um, but I'll try to get back active there too, I guess. I don't know. I'll be completely frank with you all. Like there is a level of like uh look at me that's involved in navigating this stuff, and for some reason I'm still a little like not a, like that's still I have to break a paradigm to really be in that space to be like, hey, look at me, you know. And it's such a fascinating thing, in my opinion. Mm, yeah, let me see. If I open this up as a viewer, maybe I can have this. Okay, cool. Yeah, fascinating. I'll copy that link and I'll share the live stream on X as well. There we go. All right, that way I'm showing a little bit of love. At the very least, even though I haven't been super active on X, I can at least start to make sure that there's some engagement happening there. It's always so hard, you know? It's like everybody's everywhere on the internet and it's just like, okay, well, where's the right place to be versus not the right place to be? There's built-in incentives within the web3 space, of course, and with the whole hyper monetization that we're kind of exploring with decentralized social and the integration of wallets into that social experience. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm still, I wouldn't say struggling, but like I'm doing my due diligence to make it make sense, but also figuring out like, dang, how can I do this effectively in a way that allows everyone to participate from all of the various branches of access, various points of access that people have had with me and my personal brand, it's like that's part of the beauty and the challenge, I think, of multi-streaming to a bunch of platforms where it's like you might have a different group with different like initial preconceived notions, right? Like because I'm streaming on Retake and a part of the Farcaster experience, everyone coming from Farcaster has that frame of reference of Web3 and how things maneuver in that space. But then that might be different than those who might be engaging with me via Kick or Twitch, right? So it's always interesting to kind of take those kinds of things into consideration. But I also would like to do a little bit of blending, blending of these spaces and merging my community members in a way. Glad to be back. Yeah. I'll definitely do my due diligence to break through with the paradigm, you know. So, definitely glad to be back. Still sharing music. A new single on the way, September 9th on all major streaming services. It is available right now on Tortoise, which is a mini app in the Farcaster ecosystem. So definitely, if you're a part of that experience, check it out. Or at least look into Farcaster, you know, or the base app. So shout out to everybody working on the base app. Shout out to everyone working on Farcaster and the Farcaster protocol. Really fascinating space to be exploring. Cannot lie to you. Yeah, and you know, I've had my own website previously. The I I do still have ideas around that, and it's not to say that I'm not taking those things into consideration. I think earlier at the time, you know, I had a website as a home, and that was like the basis for everything, but I was so focused on nurturing and developing that I it kind of goes back to a previous point that I made during this live stream. I brought up this video that I watched recently that, you know, mentioned the difference between the strategist within you and the performer within you. And both of them earn experience independently. And there's been a lot of accumulation of experience for the strategist side of myself. And the performer is showing up more in these kinds of experiences. However, when I go back to that space of like thinking about, oh, okay, well, how do I close those loops? How do I get, uh, the perfect website with the right SEO and all of these strategies and doing all this other stuff, right? It's helpful, yeah, but it also does feel like a way for me, like an escape of sorts, um, to convince myself that, oh, I just need this other piece done before I can actually show up in all of the ways that I want to or need to. And these live streams, me being present right now in this moment and sharing with you all, that's more of an opportunity of me for me to show up for the performer within myself, the one who will execute, the one who will, battle, you know, for um coherence within stage presence and to get over whatever butterflies or nervousness might emerge from that experience of exposure. And that's the thing that I like about live streaming is because it kind of forces your hand a little bit. Like once the camera's on and rolling, it's like, okay, cool. Like I'm here. I'm in the flow state of production and showing up and being seen and heard. And I think that there's so much value in that. Naturally, that value increases the more you all are showing up and participating in this, and just sharing your thoughts and ideas or asking questions from your frame of reference. Those things always help. Someone like myself to continue navigating, these spaces, especially when sometimes it's like, all right, there might be moments during this live stream where I feel like I'm talking to myself, right? Just to like continue the conversation or the discussion. And then there's other times where I might have like really grandiose ideas about what I might want to do with a live stream. But that goes back to that whole strategist thing. And it always brings me back outside of that willingness that the performer within me has, right? To just kind of show up in the moment and be present rather than feeling as though I need to strategize every little nook and cranny of how I'm approaching things in the world, you know? I think there's a real freedom in guided intuition. And I think that showing up in these ways on these live streams, that's recognition of that, like guided intuition. I just have to create the space, I have to create the time, and I have to have the willingness to show up in the present moment, fully present, allowing myself to engage with you all in whatever ways feel natural in those moments. So, yeah. And then on another note, my computer froze. So like I'm still live streaming with y'all to some extent, but I also can't get back to the screen where I'm seeing where I'm seeing you all's messages. So I can see uh, Jarnell's because it's popping up on my screen. Performance performance. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, no problem. Oh, and see, that's likely coming from even another stream as well. For those that don't know, I have multiple streams going simultaneously across platforms, but also not just across platforms. I have 2 simultaneous streams going on YouTube. And so one is for the vertical orientation and the other is for the landscape. And so I have to go through and like monitor each of those chats individually, which is it's kind of funny sometimes. But let me see where the conversation is though. How do I find it? Reach, engagement, audience. Let's see. I swore there was an easier way to go about doing that. I'm looking at it on this page. Ah, well. Oh, I likely just have to go to the live stream itself. No, maybe not. Technically that kind of works. Yep. So yeah, Jamal, that's where you are. You're on the landscape live stream. So I got you now. I can see that a little more clearly. As for retake, okay. The fact that my computer is like being incredibly slow right now and making it really challenging. I mean, this is probably speaking to the fact that I have multiple streams. So the fact that this is Kick, Twitch, YouTube, Farcaster, or retake, excuse me. That's 5 different casts simultaneously. Maybe a little bit much for my computer. Just a little bit much. And so I'll keep that in mind for next time, and I might have to do individual live streams, depending on the scenario. Yeah. So yeah. Capybara, peace and blessings. Do I use multi-stream to stream on? Yep. I am using not Restream. Restream's not the one I'm using. I'm using OBS and Atom, the Atom multi-stream plugin, which is really helpful. Yeah. I only planned on going live for about an hour today anyway, y'all, just to kind of give you all that heads up. So I'll likely be popping off here in another 10 or 15 minutes or so. But yeah. Yeah, no, Atom is pretty pretty helpful actually. Let me spell it out for you so you know. Atom multi-stream. That's the one. Yeah, so if you're using OBS, it can be really helpful. And you can do. I wonder if I can share this screen with you, but I don't know if it's gonna freak out. Let's see. I'll try it. Okay, there you go. Crazy inception. I kind of broke my other monitor, but you can see here. This is my OBS setup. And this is just the stream chat coming from Twitch. This is the vertical monitor. And then obviously we have the primary monitor. Let me see if I can yeah, none of that's gonna help. But you see over to the left hand side, we see this Atom multi-stream. Drag this out so you can see that more. There you go. So this Atom multi-stream, I can actually connect multiple streams to it. So vertical outputs or landscape outputs, which is really nice. And so I'll connect the stream key for YouTube to the main canvas, and then I'll add an additional one for the YouTube vertical canvas, and you would basically just have to select that as a separate stream key. And then of course you can add other platforms as well. I've added Instagram here. I would have what's the one, TikTok here as well, but unfortunately I don't have access to the stream key on my account just yet. I think I have to have some kind of like pro variation of it or something like that. But I don't have that yet. I think I have to have like 10,000 or 15,000 followers. So if y'all want me to be able to like stream on TikTok to the capacity that I'm streaming here, then that would I'm gonna need more followers for that. But yeah. I don't know what's happening down here. This is all kind of kaputs. So cheap views on stream. Okay, yeah, no, that's spam. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Super useful to explore, you know. I mean, because at the very least, you're consolidating all of the experiences into one live stream, which makes it really easy for you to reach as many people as you possibly can while also keeping things consistent and coherent. The challenge is just whether or not your computer can actually handle the output. So right now, as you saw, 5 different streams going simultaneously. And I also have a bunch of different like tabs open from my browser. That's probably stressing it out right now, right? Because I have to have a tab open to monitor each of the different chats. Technically, I have this tool called ground control, but it's not really doing that great of a job of pulling in all of the chat threads appropriately. I also have, I think there's a Streamlabs plugin or some kind of thing. So whenever you see somebody comment from the YouTube channel and you see it show up on my screen, like visually on the live stream, that's an additional plugin as well. And it's for reasons like that why I enjoy being able to use OBS in order to facilitate my live streams, because I can do some cool things like that. I can change the monitors. I don't have my desk set up properly, right? But I can have like the desk view with this other camera here if I wanted to. And, this is the Stream Deck that's allowing me to kind of change things like that. So this thing here, I got this Stream Deck. Yeah, super powerful, but super confusing. And of course, this thing has its like thing going on. I wonder if I can stop that. Let me see. And turn off that center stage thing. It's just throwing it off. Yeah. Oops. Oops. I wonder if I broke it. I might have broke it. Well. Okay. I had to double check that I was still live because the monitoring tab that I had open just kind of closed out on me. And it did say that if that window closed, it would stop the live stream from happening. So I hope I didn't mess that up for you all on Farcaster or watching via retake. Pardon me. All right. I'm going to perform maybe 1 or 2 more tracks before I get out of here. Might run back Seams of Dreams for you all before I go, just so I can, really lock that one in. But other than that, that is the day. That is, I don't wanna go where there's no light on my soul. Yeah, I feel like hearing that again. Is it that one? Yeah. Yeah. I don't wanna go where there's no light on my soul. That I've been wronged where the darkness grows, and I'm still 10 toes. I'm still stepping forward and forth. I'm adamant on having my lows overtaken, trying to keep up, still I'm faking it out. I'ma figure it out either way it go. I'ma sip and float, keep it on a roll, man. Yeah. Keep the light on me, shawty. Keep it on a roll, man. Word to AG. Keep the light on me, shawty. Yeah. Light on my soul. I gotta run that one back. At least 3. Well, I don't wanna go where there's no light on my soul. Said I've been roamed where the darkness grows, and I'm still 10 toes. I'm still stepping forward and forward. I'm adamant on having my lows overtaken, trying to keep up, still I'm faking it out. I'ma figure it out either way it go. I'ma sip and flow, keep it on a roll, man. Yeah. Keep the light on me, shawty. Keep it on a roll, man. Keep the light on me, shawty. Light on my soul. I definitely feel like writing the second verse to that one. It's some songs. Well, I don't wanna go where there's no light on my soul. Said I've been roamed where the darkness grows, and I'm still 10 toes. I'm still stepping forward and forward. I'm adamant on having my lows overtaken, trying to keep up, still I'm faking it out. I'ma figure it out either way it go. I'ma sip and float, keep it on a roll, man. Word to AG. Keep the light on me, shawty. Keep it on a roll, man. Keep the light on me, shawty. Light on my soul. Well. Yeah, that was one of them ones for real. Definitely got to bring that one back around. Supercharged. Which one was that one? Oh, that would be crazy loud. Let me go ahead and turn that down before I break y'all eardrums. Maybe not. Mentality. 4 on 20s. Yep. Power versus Force was the other one. Let's see if I remember this one though, right? I do not know if I do. It's hard to deal with that shame. We need some therapy. Often withdrawn and placing blame on people is wrong. At least the guilt can pull us out of accusation towards apathy. Shy of content, the hopelessness of fear, abandonment. Our woes, goodness, grief are chronic woes, regret and depression, nostalgic reminiscence, mourning, apprehensive, sightseeing sadness and madness until we witness fear, until we gain the desire for it to disappear. We work the overtime to go inside and uproot the problem. Anger infuriates from once things it seems we can't acquire. But once we finally do, the pride will take over. Cold shoulders and showboating surely seems like we floating, but hold on, it's a facade. Takes courage to carry on, for power to show its form. We function beneath the challenge. Brutality starts to balance our levels, relatively flexible compared to the rigid states we came from prior. A willingness appears to modify old desires, so we acknowledge the tears. Acceptance blossoms inside us. Our reason makes the sense to seek love, joy and peace, enlightenment, and all the above. Well, yeah. I'm surprised that I actually remembered most of it, not all of it. Well, so that song was actually that track was actually called Power versus Force, and it is about the book called Power versus Force by Dr. David Hawkins. If y'all have never heard of it, I highly recommend it. It's a great book. I actually picked it up after hearing about it from Nipsey Hussle. Shout out to Nip, rest in peace, Nip. But yeah, Power versus Force was an incredibly inspiring book, and it gave you the energy levels of consciousness. And so for me, that was like a really big awakening. To be honest, I got a lot to return to in regards to that, you know? Yeah, the book was transformative in its own right. There's a lot of things that I could learn from with that one. And a couple of other books that I've read, of course. You know, sometimes books are good enough to, you go back and you read them multiple times because they have that source of inspiration and that staying power, you know. We all gonna make it. Well, yeah. But I don't know. That's basically it. Another day down, another sunrise, another sunset. And yeah. Yeah. I'm having fun with the process. I'm enjoying this experience. I'm grateful for you all tuning in, and just gonna continue taking my time with this process. Showing up for myself, showing up for you all, showing up in all of the ways that you know help to really put some energy and momentum behind the music and what it is that I've been working towards. I think that there is something very impactful and meaningful about the music and the lyrics that I've been putting out there, and so I just simply have to, you know, continue to believe in that and stand by it and commit to the vision of bringing that to fruition. So, yeah, that's how I'm feeling about it in the current moment, anyway. Yeah, but that's my time. Peace and blessings, you all. I definitely hope you're doing well. Um, and I'll see y'all again next time. All right. So, take care.